welcome to our program, Doctor. And today my topic is hypersensitivity. Hypersensitivity is a state of altered reactivity in which the body reacts with an exaggerated immune response to what is perceived as a foreign substance. Next, classification of the hypersensitivity, whom and gel classification. Type 1 hypersensitivity. It is an allergic reaction provoked by re-exposure to a specific type of antigen referred to as an allergen, for example pollen, food or drug. So the exposure may be by ingestion, inhalation, injection or direct contact with the allergen. Type 1 hypersensitivity is immunoglobulin E mediated, and again in type 1 hypersensitivity we can see two types: anaphylaxis and atopy. First one is anaphylaxis. The word anaphylaxis means against the protection, and the term anaphylaxis was coined by Rickett. So by the definition, anaphylaxis is an acute, potentially lethal multi-system syndrome resulting from the sudden exposure of the mast cells and basophil derived mediators into the circulation. Anaphylaxis typically causes a number of symptoms including itchy rash, throat swelling and low blood pressure. Common causes for the anaphylaxis are insect bites, food and medication. As I said, anaphylaxis occurs due to sudden release of the chemical mediators into the circulation. The chemical mediators could be histamine, serotonin, prostaglandins and leukotrienes. Anaphylaxis is diagnosed on the basis of presenting signs and symptoms. Coming to the management of anaphylaxis, it is a medical emergency that may require airway management, supplemental oxygen and large volumes of intravenous fluids and close monitoring. And treatment of choice is epinephrine with antihistamines and steroids. Prognosis is good if prompt treatment is available. If death occurs, it is usually due to respiratory causes like asphyxia and cardiovascular causes. Next one is atopy. Atopy means out of place or extraordinary. By the definition, atopy is a chronic and non-lethal condition, and there is involvement of genetic disposition to develop an allergic reaction. For example, allergic rhinitis, allergic asthma, and atopic dermatitis, and produce elevated levels of immunoglobulin E upon exposure to an environmental antigen. And the term atopy was coined by Koka in 1923. Atopy is a syndrome characterized by a tendency to be hyperallergic, and atopy usually develops as a allergic triad of symptoms. And these are eczema, that is atopic dermatitis, hay fever, allergic rhinitis, and allergy-induced asthma, that is allergic asthma. These are the triad of symptoms. And treatment of choice for the atopy is corticosteroids. And these anaphylaxis and atopy comes under the allergic reactions. Mechanism of type 1 hypersensitivity. Next one is type 2 hypersensitivity. In this reaction, the antibodies are produced by the immune response bind to antigens on the patient's own cell surfaces. And type 2 hypersensitivity is immunoglobulin G or immunoglobulin M mediated, and the antigens may be either intrinsic or extrinsic. And these cells are recognized by macrophages or dendritic cells which act as antigen presenting cells. This causes a B cell response wherein antibodies are produced against the foreign antigens. For example, reaction to penicillin, wherein the drug can bind with the red blood cells. And type 2 hypersensitivity, also called as cytotoxic reaction. Next one one is type 3 hypersensitivity or immune complex reaction. It occurs when there is a little antibody and excess antigens are present, which leads to the formation of small immune complexes, and it is characterized by the solvent antigens that are not bound to the cell surfaces but bind to antibodies to form immune complexes of different sizes. For example, Arthur's reaction, in which there is a deposition of antigen-antibody complexes mainly in the vascular walls and glomeruli. Next one is type 4 hypersensitivity, which is also called as delayed type of the hypersensitivity. In this case, CD4 helper T cells recognize antigen in a complex with class 2 major histocompatibility complex on macrophages. The classic example for type 4 hypersensitivity is Mantoux tuberculin test, in which skin induration indicates exposure to tuberculosis. And this is about brief information on hypersensitivity, because most of us sometimes suffers with allergy. And I hope you enjoyed this program. Thanks for watching. See you with another topic in next episode. Till then, take care and bye.